Kung talagang sinasabi mong may national pride kayo, may patriotic kayo, in-explain nyo fully to those Chinese that they should be here. Hindi naman na January 20 pa yung talagang holiday ng Chinese eh.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, wag tayong magsalita ng very patriotic tayo and everything. If you're really patriotic, you should have explained that to the Chinese people that they should be here. Pampabastos yung ginawa nyo sa amin eh.
Ano ba yung NARI? Proprietary ba yan? Alam nyo ba yung source code? I will make an example para maintindihan po ng publiko. Cellphone. Lahat tayo may cellphone, di po ba? Hardware. This is Apple, iPhone. Anong software? iOS, di ba? Pag nakalimutan mo po, Mr. Chairman, yung password ng iyong cellphone, hindi ba pwede kang mag-message, forgot password, ipapaalala sa'yo? Ibig bang sabihin, yung SCADA ba na ginather, yung mga data ng ating power grid, hindi ba nakikita ng China? 3 control, walang single red button. There was already an incident na nagkaproblema ang power grid natin. It was resolved remotely. Twice already na nangyari. So ano ibig sabihin nito? Remotely pwedeng gawin.
Hello mga Kapinas TV! 2 mahalagang issue ang tinutukoy sa pagdinig ng Kamara dito. Una ang issue sa national security. Pangalawa ang mahal na bayarin sa kuryente. Ito ay bunsod ng paggamit ng NGCP ng software at equipment na gawang China, mga Chinese na nasa board ng NGCP, at sa mga paglabag di umano ng NGCP sa franchise agreement.
And, Mr. Chairman, I just want to manifest it's a very shallow reason for those directors, those Chinese, not to tell us here. That's why they're not here, because yesterday was their annual meeting. Tama, annual meeting. If they find this hearing very important, dapat lumipad sila ngayon. Second, ang isang reason is it's Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year is January 29. I know there's festival, but here, we're in the Philippines. They're officers of NGCP. Mas priority ba sa kanila ang mag-enjoy sa festival? I don't think so. Tama pa ba yun, Mr. Chairman? Maybe we can hear from them. That's a very shallow reason. Festival? Tayo ba, if may work tayo dito, we cannot attend because birthday ko, birthday nito? That's the main concern. How can you show us na this Chinese, yung heart nila sa Filipinos para tumulong? Don't tell me they cannot afford to buy another ticket if they find this really important.
Thank you very much.
Parang pinoproteksyonan pa ng kapwa Pilipino na gina-justify pa that they're not here. That's so frustrating. Where is our national pride here?
Mr. Chairman?
Thank you. Thank you, the Honorable Franz Pomaren. Yes, Attorney Paul, we will invite them in the next hearings.
Mr. Chairman,
until they run out of holidays. Yes. Attorney Paul.
Yes, we would like to assure this body that we are also Filipino citizens. We take our nationality and citizenship very seriously. Nandyan po kami, and we would like to assure the body, as Mr. Henry C. mentioned in his statement, nung pumasok yung grupo po namin dyan, nandyan na yan. Nandyan na yung mga Chinese. They were part of the bidders. Partners po sila ng MOG more. Now, Mr. Chairman, we would because I keep hearing all of these things, na simply because we have Chinese partners does not make us less patriotic than the others. We would want to assure everybody that we are there, we are guarding the national interest, and it is part of our commitment in our concession agreement and our franchise. The interest of the Philippines will always prevail. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much,
Mr. Chairman,
Attorney
if I may,
Paul. Yes.
comment on that statement.
Please,
You know,
you still have the floor.
his statement is music to my ears, na talagang patriotic, everything. Pero ang point ko dito, kung talagang may national concern siya dito, ano ba naman, kahit inabot na nila yung Chinese nationals, ano ba naman explain nila that you have to attend that hearing? It's important. It's just a one-day hearing. You can fly back again to China and enjoy those festivals.
Wala po kaming pagkakataon na nakapasok at na tingnan man lamang ang mga pasilidad ng NGCP na pag-aari ng Trasco. Ngayon lamang po ako nakakita na kami yung may-ari ng bahay at gusto mong tingnan kung anong ginagawa sa bahay mo, hindi kayo pwedeng pumasok. I just like to remind everyone, pinag-uusapan natin dito, presyo, 3% ba, 10% ba, ganito yung binayaran. But more than that, this is something that should be a concern of everyone, and that is the national security and the national interest of our country. Alam niyo, nag-uusap-usap tayo, West Philippine Sea, may nakita tayong mga barko ng China na malalaki. Ito po, hindi na ito kailangan pumasok pa sapagkat nandito sila sa sistema mismo natin ng ating power grid. Nanonood po ako ng hearing ninyo, pinanood ko yung replay. Sinaga ko talagang panoorin. And I was struck by the question of the good Congressman Ace Barbers, which was followed by Congresswoman Luistro about the system, the SCADA system, which was replaced by NGCP when they assume. Yung pong existing na mga ano dyan, na mga equipment, is General Electric noon, tsaka ABB. Ngayon, pinalitan nila ng NARI. Hindi po kailangang itanong kung may pumasok na armado, terorista. Pero ang tanong, do you know the source code? Proprietary yan eh. When we made the research, when we made the presentation doon sa Senado, lumabas that NARI is a state-owned company na used by a military. So nag-report kami niyan, December 2019. We were able to capture yung website nila. Yun yung pinipresent ni Congresswoman Luistro. Sabi ko, ito yung dokumentong binigay namin noon sa Senado. Nakita namin. Kiniklaim talaga nila na first overseas nila na paggamit ng equipment at ng SCADA ang Pilipinas. Nung niraise namin yung issue sa Senado, February, tingnan nyo ngayon sa website ng NARI kung nandun pa, wala na. But I have the screenshot already. So more than that. Now, yung question naman noon ni Congresswoman nung nanonood ako, Kimbo, the Honorable Congresswoman Kimbo, sinasabi natin 3%. Huwag natin pag-initan to. I yield to those position of the honorable members. But hindi po 3% lang pinag-uusapan natin dito. The presentation of IMAP was very clear. Nakita nyo yung diferensya because of the delay. But even before that, there was the study done by Butuan, the power plan of Butuan. I'm sure the good chairman knows about this. Nang diferensya, because of the delay of the project of Visayas-Mindanao connection, there is a price difference of 2 pesos compared to Luzon and Visayas. Ano pong basis nito? IPIRA law. Because under the IPIRA law, the WESM, bibilin nila yung excess ng generation. Huwag po nating sisihin yung generation. Yung excess po ng generation, binibili ng WESM, during peak, doon binibenta eh. Yung off-peak, binibili nila eh. Yun po yung totoo niyan. Bakit wala sa Mindanao? Dahil ang requirement is, there should be an interconnection before magkaroon ng WESM sa Mindanao. Kaya yung presentation ng IMAP na bumaba because there's already interconnected. Bakit? Because under the IPIRA law, ang sabi ng IPIRA law, bibilhin nga. Ano ang nangyari sa Mindanao? Fully contracted. Yung mga excess kailangan bilhin ng electric cooperatives. So, sino nagbabayad? Tayo po, ng mga consumers. So, may I make an appeal, Mr. Chair? Huwag na sabihin, 3% lang yan. Segment lang ang NGCP. I must remind everyone, the only natural monopoly in the entire energy sector and the entire business sa Pilipinas is transmission.
Mr. Chairman, 13 taon At hindi ako naniniwala na ito'y kagagawan lamang ng ERC, but nevertheless, darating po tayo doon. Ngayon po, anong status ng ating pong reset? Para sa kababayan natin na nanonood at sa mga kasamahan po natin, itong pinag-uusapan po natin, ito po yung taripa. At ang pinag-uusapan po dito, okay, sinasabi yan ng NGCP at ibang members ng ating pong mga kasamahan dito that napakaliit lang ng porsyento ng transmission rate sa kabuuan na binabayad ng ating taong bayan. Pero tayo po dito ay niloloko. Ang ating pong transmission rate, tama, maliit lang, 1 peso and 19 cents per kilowatt hour. Yun po ang general na sinisingil. Pero Mr. Chairman, 13 or 10 cents lang ang difference. Malaking bagay po yan sa ating pong mga kababayan. Most especially, na hindi tayo nag-compute, marami na po tayong overcollection. And this must be refunded to our Filipino people. Now, ang tanong, Mona Lisa, ano na ang status ng ating pong NGCP's rate reset?
Sa reset po ng 4th regulatory period, Mr. Chair, ito po yung tapos ng period 2016 to 2022. Patapos na po kami. Ito nga pong siguro po ngayong susunod na linggo, may meeting na po kami para final evaluation na po ito. Kasi natapos na po namin yung mga public processes. Required po kami na mag-publish, humingi ng consultation sa publiko. Natapos na po namin yun. So,
Okay.
evaluation na po.
Salamat po, ma'am.
One important thing that this committee should recognize, and all the people who's watching this, para lalabas dito, sasabihin natin 3%, 10%. Tandaan ninyo, ang ERC, pag nagsimula na yung project, approved na yan, kinukolekta na ng NGCP ang bayad dyan sa development cost nila. Kaya yung tinatanong ni Kong Dan Fernandez kanina, tungkol doon sa sinasabing WAC na yan, yung computation niya, importante. Ngayon, kanina sinabi, may mga point, ang Transco, o ano yung mga delay because of right of way. There are projects, I think we can ask Chair Mona here, there are projects was already been approved, hanggang ngayon hindi pa sinisimulan. O sino may kasalanan ngayon yan? Pangalawa, ang Transmission Development Plan, ang gumagawa ngayon is the system operator. Ibig sabihin, kung gumawa kayo ng plano, iplinano nyo na kung ano yung mga dadaanan. Alam nyo na kung saan pupunta. Eh ngayon, kung na-aprobahan yan at na-delay, sino dapat nating sisihin? Sino sisisihin natin? Transco ba? ERC ba? Sinong gumawa ng plano? Ibig sabihin, nung plinano nyo yan, gumawa ka ng plano, gagawin mo yung highway, alam mo doon dadaan, may problema ka na dyan. So that's my point.
Constitutional, what pervades the Constitution, and that is national security, Mr. Chairman. It is not mentioned in the Constitution, but in every section, every article of the Constitution, always national security. What is there is national territory, national development, and all of this. So then we go now to the issue of the Chinese with the NGCP. Okay. So now, you stated, Attorney Sagayo, that indeed you have a memorandum of agreement between you and NICA, correct? And NICA, Mr. Chairman, is the primary intelligence gathering and analysis of arm of the Philippine government, carrying out 3 functions: overt, covert, clandestine intelligence operations. So we have to find out on this issue of national security, which is brought about during the last hearing and then now, that the Chinese are there, and therefore there is this is a question of national security because the Chinese interferes with the NGCP, interferes in its operations, its decision making, and therefore if they are there, it therefore creates a problem on national security, and which all of us Filipinos will be against if there is any foreign power that will therefore make, decide on the fate of Filipinos. We will know now whether this particular, has the NICA found any violation of NGCP in relations to these Chinese being there as technical or as board directors?
Before you answer, your 5 minutes up, but we will give you an extension because you're also a senior citizen.
Yes, I invoke
Okay,
that
for
because
two.
otherwise
Okay.
there will be no equal protection of the laws.
Okay.
If you are going to
Proceed.
give
We will extend.
Congressman Marcoleta and not me. Thank you for the
Okay,
3 minutes.
thank you.
Otherwise, you violate the Constitution.
Mr. Chairman, please.
Please, attorney.
No finding of any violation by
And-
NICA. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And since when did you have this memorandum allowing NICA to really go into the operations, go into the your distribution system and the influence of the Chinese in the NGCP? When did you have that NICA agreement?
Mr. Chairman,
Please.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. Prior to this administration, we had been allowing NICA, ISAF to inspect our facilities. During this administration of President Marcos, we entered into a memorandum of agreement with NICA. And also during this administration, we allowed them, Mr. Chairman, to hold office in NGCP. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
So you're saying
Proceed.
that NICA, Mr. Chairman, can I proceed? You're saying that the NICA is holding office right there in your premises.
That's what I said, Mr. Chairman.
Wow. And
Thank you.
also, you mentioned about the ISAP. Do you have also agreements with the armed forces of the Republic of the Philippines?
Mr. Chairman, with respect to the armed forces of the Philippines, we have agreements in the local level with respect to the protection of our facilities. And we also have an agreement with the armed forces of the Philippines with respect to reservists. We have reservists who are employees of NGCP who committed themselves to protect the transmission facilities. And Attorney Samboy here is a lieutenant colonel, lieutenant colonel of the reserve forces of the armed forces of the Philippines. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Nagustuhan mo ba ang video? Huwag kalimutang mag-like, mag-subscribe at mag-share ng video. Hanggang sa muli.